In this lesson, we are going to study the most common punctuation marks so that you can write correct without making mistakes. The most common punctuation marks are full stop, exclamation mark, question mark, comma, semicolon, colon and apostrophe. Now let us start with the terminal punctuation. Terminal punctuations are used to end sentences. These are full stop, exclamation mark and question mark. Now let us learn about full stop. Now let's learn the use of full stop. A full stop is used to mark the end of imperative and declarative sentence. Let us see the example. Declarative sentence. I teach English. She wears red nail polish. She is my new friend. My brother loves to run, but my sister prefers to walk. Now these sentences are called declarative sentences as they declare something. They give us some information, and at the end of each sentence you see a full stop. Now imperative sentences are commands or request. Please take me to school. Please show me your painting. Meet me in the school. So all these are imperative sentences, and you can see that they all end with a full stop. The next terminal punctuation is exclamation mark. Exclamation mark is used to show strong emotions. Let's look at the examples below. I am really going to miss this place. I am really going to miss this place. The first sentence, which ends in a full stop, shows no feelings or emotions, whereas the second sentence expresses the emotion of sorrow. So, to express any emotion, exclamation mark is used. Now let's see some more examples. You were meant to be back yesterday. This sentence expresses anger. You are adorable. This expresses the emotion of love. We won. This expresses the emotion of happiness. In the same way, you can express many other feelings like surprise, joy, fear using the exclamation mark. So remember, if you want to convey strong emotions in a sentence, use an exclamation mark. Now let's turn on to the next terminal punctuation, question mark. It is used to mark the end of a question. So it is very simple. If a sentence is a question, then put a question mark at the end of the sentence. Here are some examples. Have you had your dinner? When will you come back from Delhi? Do you like chocolates? Are you excited about new job? So according to the rule, if a sentence is a question, it must end with a question mark. So we have completed all the three terminal punctuations. So as I already told you that terminal punctuations marks are what we use at the end of the sentence, and there are three of them, that is full stop, exclamation mark and question mark. Let us see how comma is used. To separate items in a list. We bought apples, oranges and grapes. She is sweet, intelligent and sincere. There are 3 items in a list separated by a comma. So, when we read these sentences, we naturally give a brief pause after each item in the list. Apples, oranges and grapes. So, the comma is used to show these pauses. Now, if you have only 2 items in the list, don't use a comma. We bought apples and grapes. Separate words that are not part of the sentence. Unfortunately, he missed his flight. So here, word unfortunately is an extra, as it just expresses the writer's opinion about the sentence. This type of word is called a sentence adverb. Words like hopefully, frankly, sadly, etc. are some more examples. The next use of a comma is to mark the name of a person address. Anna, listen to me. Sheena, shut the door. Raman, come here. Sir, please have a seat. Now, informal letters and emails. In the salutations and greetings, we use dear sir, dear madam, or the name of a person, like dear Anna. So, we have to use comma after the salutation. In the closing of a letter. So, when we close a letter, we use words like yours faithfully, yours sincerely. So, we have to use a comma after yours faithfully or yours sincerely. So, in the closing, the most common formal expression, we use a comma. Before and after the words in opposition, as Ashoka, the wisest of the Indian kings, ruled nobly. Delhi, the capital of India, stands on Yamuna. So, in these types of sentences, we use a comma. The next type of pause is the semicolon. Semicolon marks are greater pause than that indicated by a comma. It used to separate a series of clauses. Like John likes eggs, Jennifer does not. It was raining, the game was cancelled. So, semicolon we have used to separate a series of clauses. The next punctuation mark is the colon. It indicates a greater pause than that shown by a semicolon. It is not used now, except to mark of the direct quotation. For example, a poet says, a thing of beauty is a joy forever. So, in these types of sentences, we use a colon. To mark any direct quotations, we use a colon. Colon can be used to separate two independent clauses. These are clauses that can stand alone as two complete thoughts. So, we can see the sentences below here. You can come pick me up now. I am feeling much better. So, here we have separated two independent clauses. Never forget this point. Think before you speak. Finally, let's move on to our last punctuation, apostrophe. It is used for two purposes. The first is contraction. That is, when we combine two words into a single word, like I am a doctor, she is waiting for me. The second use is to mark possession. Possession refers to ownership or relationship. Have you seen Leena's new bike? The bike that Leena owns. So, the owner of the bike is Leena. So, here it is showing the possession of the bike. It is my sister's birthday today. So, here in this sentence, it is showing the relationship. That is the birthday of my sister. Now, how to use the capital letters? Capital letters is used to begin every new sentence. He came to see me last night. His sister Sheila was also with me. So, you can see that when we begin a new sentence, we have to use the first word as a capital letter. Is used with proper noun. So, all the proper nouns are written in capital letters. The first word of every line of a poetry. So, the first word in a poetry is always written in a capital letter. Work while you work. Play while you play. Words such as oh, God and I, we use a capital letter.